Cumulus Media Station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Ryan Show with producer Eric, Special K, and Sam. Now, it's time for Roula and Ryan's Revenge.
For the truly wronged, sometimes all you have left is revenge.
104.1 KRBE.
Oh, parental discretion is always advised.
Go to
Revenge.
krbe.com. That is where you're going to find us to get in touch with us about somebody who messed with you. You messed with them back. You got your payback. You got your revenge, but they don't know it, and we don't know what you did. We're going to get the full story from Monique, who's standing by for today. Good morning, Monique.
Good morning.
Good morning, Monique. So who you want to get revenge on this morning?
I want to get revenge on my trifling ex, Darren.
Ooh, trifling.
Trifling. Why is he trifling?
We dated for a while, and all of a sudden he just started asking me to move in. So after about 6 months or so, I moved in. And after a few months, his trifling ass decided he didn't want a living girlfriend. Well, me.
Wait, he's the one who asked you.
Wait, he said that to you?
Yes. He said he doesn't think that this live-in situation is working, and it's not what he thought.
Does this mean he wants to break up completely, or he just doesn't want to live with you and still date you?
He moved me out. He asked me to leave on Monday, but on Friday, he was moving the new girl in. Tamika, I think her name was.
Tamika, how did you know this?
Instagram, and then I have access to his phone. So I got to see all the messages and everything.
So does he know that you know
got
his
the
password?
passwords? Oh, damn.
Of course not.
So of course you're going to track everything he's doing. Okay.
Yeah. So
Right.
you knew he was cheating on you.
I really didn't have a reason to believe it until like the week before things started getting a little iffy. And I'm like, okay, well, let me just check. You know, I have the access. Let me check. And then Monday, and he hit me with this, and I want you out.
Okay, so this is revenge, not Roula and Ryan's roses. So obviously you've been wronged by your ex. Tell me his name again.
Trifling as Darren.
Trifling as Darren.
Okay, so it's revenge. So you've done something we don't know about. And Eric, you have Darren on the line?
Yep, but he has no idea that you're with us, so.
All right, let's welcome
heard
him.
enough here, Monique. So let's get him on the phone and let's hear more of what we don't know. So hold on, don't say anything. I'm going to welcome him in and then let him talk to you. Hi, Darren. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show and 104.1 KRBE. Thanks so much for being with us today.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
I know
Oh.
it's strange.
Yeah, that's a nice
He doesn't know what
reaction.
you're here for. He doesn't know what he's here for. That's
You
why.
have no idea. Well, you're here because we've got your ex-girlfriend Monique on the line right now.
Oh, my gosh.
Hi, Darren. Why did you ask me to move in with you? And then turn around a few months later and say that this isn't working? Tell me that.
I mean, well, I honestly liked you a lot, but truthfully, I can't deal with the snoring. Have you heard yourself?
But, Darren, that's bullshit because we've slept together numerous times before I even moved in. So what's the difference? You're not telling the truth as usual.
We were sleeping together before you moved in, but I feel like once you moved in, you got really comfortable, and then that's when the snore of death hit.
Wait a second. If you live together, you're supposed to be comfortable.
Yeah, but this is the snore. Let me see if I can mimic it for you. It's like...
Well, that sounds like Donald Duck.
Sounds like sleep apnea. Now listen, everybody has allergies sometimes, or they're maybe stuffed up when they're sleeping sometimes. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't believe this about
Why
snoring,
would this
Darren.
make you want to cheat on her?
She said that you cheated on her. I cannot believe it's for snoring.
It's just disgusting. I had to explore my options. I
Really?
had to...
In
Oh,
less
you
than a
had to
week?
explore
Your
your
lies
options.
are disgusting. That is a lie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why don't you
come
just
on,
fess
dude.
up?
You moved her out on a Monday and moved a new girl in on Friday.
You're absolutely right.
You f***ing idiot, because I had to uproot my life for you, okay? But if you're talking about my snoring, we're not going to talk about how many times you wet the bed. But keep it moving. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, my God.
Dude, you're a bedwetter?
You are just making that up.
I promise I'm not.
You're not supposed to mention that to anyone.
You guys are taking low blows.
Oh, man, you guys
All
are
right. Why don't
I
we
don't
just
even know
get to the revenge
There's
here?
something that Monique has not told us, Darren, that maybe you need to know as well. What is it, Monique?
So, Darren, how was your vacation?
It was great. I got plenty of good sleep. I didn't have to worry about
Yeah. How were things when you got back home?
when I got back home.
Yes, I did a little housekeeping for you.
That was you had something to do with that? That was
I had a
you?
lot to do with that.
Do with
What
what?
happened?
What?
What happened?
Dum forgot that he moved me out so fast that he never took the key back. And because he posts everything on Instagram, I did a little housekeeping and I got some crest seeds, and I put them all over the apartment.
I don't know what crusties
What's that
are.
mean?
What was it? A Krusties?
Crest seeds.
What are
What
crest
is
What's
that?
it do?
So if I'm gardening and I want to, make sprouts grow really quickly, there's a ton of little tiny seeds that you put all over, and they actually grow really fast once you water them with love. So I put them all over the apartment. I put them everywhere. And I was nice enough after I let his housekeeper go. I paid her, and she left. Oh, yeah, she doesn't work for you anymore. And I watered them every single day for 12 days.
Where were they at? Did you put them in jars
were
or what?
Yeah.
Every where, everywhere. They're really, really, really tiny. So I just sprinkled them in the carpet.
I'm gonna Google it.
In the carpet? You planted sprouts in the carpet.
Crest
I did.
seeds.
I did. Did you like that, Darren?
It's nasty work. Nasty work. I should have known it was you.
How do you spell that, by the way?
I looked up CRESS.
Cress. There's no.
Cress.
It's
C-R-E-S-S.
She didn't even want to be with you, to live with you. You talked her into it, then you dumped her.
Because of snoring. It's horrible.
Well, then
you're
you
gonna
tell
stick to
them.
that.
Well, you're
Eric,
gonna
look
see
at
that.
these things.
Holy
You're
crap,
gonna
that looks
stick
like
to that.
broccoli almost. the
Yeah,
way it
so
grows.
what did it look like when you walked in, Darren?
I've definitely seen this on sandwiches.
Looks like a f***ing jungle in my apartment. They had to move
I
all the
hope your
furniture out.
girlfriend likes her new quarters.
Only a psycho would do what you did.
Monique, that is way deep. Like,
Wow.
how'd you even know that is a possibility? How did you even know that those exist and they could grow?
Because Darren's stupid ass always gets upset that I would rather read than watch TV. So I read.
Knowledge is power.
I'm never that bored to read gardening books.
It cost a shitload.
It's interesting that wasn't even the thing you said to her when she said, "How was your vacation when you got back?" And you're like, "Oh, I don't know."
I told you he's stupid.
Oh my gosh.
All right, we gotta go.
I think you've done enough, Monique. And
Oh,
I
man.
know way too much about you two. It's probably better you guys have gone your separate ways. And next time, if you decide to dump this new girl off, Darren, be careful because she might be just as wise as Monique is with her research.
But the problem, Monique's a little too wise for her britches, and this is why we're not together.
Bridges.
All right, you guys go to your corners, and thanks for taking the call. Thanks for listening, Monique. Take care.
All right, thanks, guys. Bye, bedwetter.
Stop.
Oh, my God.
Obviously had lost her damn mind.
Out of mind.
Obviously had lost her
This
damn
is madness.
Of course it is, Cornell. Thank you.
Okay, well, revenge is served in many different ways. We've heard a lot. This was probably the most researched. I've never heard of cress seeds.
Putting
Now I
sprouts
can't stop
in
thinking about
carpet
sandwiches.
and watering them.
That's the one on sandwiches?
Oh, is that watercress
Or in
sandwich?
salads with
I
that
don't
stuff?
know.
that
I just know that it's been some sort of a garnish on some kind of food that's come across your way in either a restaurant or a deli.
How many women actually love those salads?
Which ones?
I feel like the restaurants, they get salads just to eat them.
If it's made for me, I love a salad.
so
If I
weird,
have to
too.
make it, that bag's going in the trash.
It turns brown. You
Yeah,
forget
like
about
I'm not
it.
going to eat it in time.
I tried to make one for myself yesterday, Sam, and I was not hitting
It's
right.
not- nope,
I kept
nope.
I kept adding things. So I go, why can't I make this delicious?
because
I go, I
you
give
made
up.
it. That's why. If
I
I, came
usually do
over
a
and
really
made
good
it for
job.
you, you would love it. And if you came over to my house and made me it, be the same exact salad, we'd love it. But it's because
I
we
don't know.
made
Yesterday I was off
Put
my
some
salad
arugula in
game.
it. It's
there.
a real thing.
Oh, yes. Put some small curd cottage cheese up in the middle there.
Oh, stop.
man.
You
That's
and your-
rude.
So-
What are you,
You and your
95-year-old?
Yeah.
You and your milk and pizza lunches.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
Gotta put some curds in
Yesterday,
there.
Mark was not available to call us about what happened last Thursday on Roula and Ryan's Roses. Pamela, his wife, was on a business trip, and she had a very sticky coworker named Tracy. She sticks to her side all the time. And now we know why. You're going to hear the recap, and we'll get the update from Mark next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Now, time for a Roula and Ryan's Roses update.
We're going to do this on the air.
104.1 KRBE.
All right, parental discretion is advised. Last Thursday on Roland Ryan's Roses, Mark was concerned about Pamela not wanting to really be romantic anymore, changing her dress, dressing super fancy for work all the time, and he can't get a hold of her. She doesn't answer the cell phone, so then he calls the office line, and he can never get through because Tracy, her assistant, doesn't put
Tracy
him
is
through.
controlling everything for Pamela. Like, if you want to get to Pamela, you got to go through Tracy. Well, Mark wanted to find out if there's somebody at work that Pamela is messing around with, because when you start dressing up to go to work, you're dressing up for someone at work. So he was very curious to know what was going to happen and see where her heart is. We're going to pick it up from where we had Mark standing by on the line. I was about to call Pamela so I could get some answers, and we got a little twist in the story over here, and here's how it played out.
Hello?
Hi, I'm looking for Pamela, please.
Can I ask who's calling?
Hi, this is Diane, and I'm calling from Promotions Extravaganza with a message for her from her place of work.
And what is this about?
Well, I really need to talk to Pamela to tell her because I've been assigned by her manager to give her a message.
You can tell me whatever you need to.
Are you Pamela?
I'm Tracy.
Well, and Tracy, maybe you heard about this. I don't know. Your district manager is giving away promotional bonuses to a specific amount of employees. But if you're not on my list, I really can't tell you more than that.
Anything that you need, you tell her, you can tell me.
Hey, baby, who is it?
Is that Pamela?
Yes. Sorry, you can... I don't understand. You can tell me anything that you need.
I can't tell you that. I really need to talk to Pamela. And since I heard her, can you just put her on the phone because her manager is going to be bothered that I didn't talk to Pamela.
Look, Pamela just got out of the shower, so
okay. Why is
you can
she
just
in the
tell
shower?
me.
What are you doing there, Tracy? You shouldn't even be there.
Uh-oh.
This is a work.
Who is this?
Mark, you just jumped the gun. Mark is on the line.
Well,
We're actually the Roula and Ryan show.
The voice is that's talking to you. I am not from Promotions Extravaganza. I am part of the Roula and Ryan show. And Mark, Pamela's husband, asked us to call Pamela's phone, Tracy, and you won't let me talk to Pamela.
Yeah, let us talk to my wife first off. And what are you doing there?
What the hell is going on? Pam, sweetie, I don't understand what is going on right now, but your husband is on the phone.
What the hell is going on here? Who is this?
What's going on with you,
Mark,
Pamela?
Is that your wife, Mark?
Yeah, it is my wife, and I don't understand what's going on. Tracy shouldn't even be on this trip. You told me she was going to be somewhere else.
Okay, she's my assistant. What do you want me to do?
Well, she said that you just got out of the shower. Your assistant's in your hotel room?
Yeah, what's going on?
Wait, who are you people?
It's the Roula and Ryan show, Pamela, on 104.1 KRBE. Mark came to us for Roula and Ryan's Roses. If you're familiar with our show, you know what that is. And I was trying to get some answers from you, but Tracy would not let me talk to you.
He thinks you're cheating.
This is ridiculous. I can't believe you're doing this, Mark. I'm on a work trip right now.
Sweetie, just tell him. This is ridiculous. I'm sick of this. Just tell him what is going on.
Pamela, what's going on?
Tracy and we're in a relationship.
Oh, that's not good for a marriage.
Finally. God.
What do you mean you're in a relationship?
I mean that she's more than my assistant and we're dating, and I was going to tell you right after this work trip. That's why I was planning how I'm going to tell you the best way, and now I was trying to figure out the best way to tell him, and it took me a while to figure out also, okay?
I don't even know what to say right now. Like, I'm so shocked.
Do you know what you've done to your husband? I mean, he told us a story about how y'all had a healthy, normal marriage, a regular love life, and then all of a sudden it basically disappeared, and that he had to beg you to be romantic.
Is that why it disappeared, Pamela?
Oh,
because you're with Tracy?
Yeah, I guess.
Have you ever had a relationship before you met Mark that was not with a man?
No, this is the first time. It's all new to me, so maybe I don't know the best way to handle it. But like I said, I was going to.
Well, the best way to handle it would have been to have left your husband first and then explored.
But if you don't know, maybe I don't know.
But you're still cheating. Doesn't
No,
matter
it's
if you don't
cheating.
know, Eric. You're still cheating.
I know it's cheating, but it's not. It's like
it is cheating.
I know it's cheating.
You said vows to a person and said, I'm going to spend the rest of my life with this person,
And only be
forsaking all
physical with
others.
this
But if
one
you're confused in your head, you don't.
Then you communicate with your mate and you say, hey,
But what do
I'm
you-
having all these feelings. I don't know if I
What-
should be in this marriage.
But then what if those feelings aren't with Tracy and you realize you don't want to be with her?
Well,
And
I'm
you just
sorry.
shoot
You
your
don't-
whole marriage
you
up.
don't
But
get that
means
option.
He got cheated on. Eric, what are you saying? Are you
Like-
saying it's okay that Mark got cheated on in case she changed her mind and went back?
But something like that, like you're so confused in your head, you don't know.
It's all about communication, honey.
Especially when it's
Pamela, Eric's trying to make
With
excuses
another-
for you, but you know
with
you're
the same
doing wrong
sex.
by Mark.
Yeah, it's definitely wrong.
Cheating is cheating. I'm sorry. It is just cheating. That's all there is to it.
You never thought you should have a conversation, Pamela, with Mark about how you feel and what your romantic feelings were towards Tracy?
Of course I thought about it, and I should have done it earlier, but I didn't, and here we are. But, Mark, I would love to just talk about this after I get home, and we can talk about it then.
I don't really know what to say.
Pam, just tell him that you're in love with me and your marriage is over. God.
Tracy, just settle down, please.
Yeah, Tracy really wanted to stake her claim there. That's for sure.
And a lot of people had a big problem with how controlling and possessive Tracy was. Like, just tell her you're with me. Just tell him you're with me. Just tell her I'm taking the calls. No, who is this? No, nobody talks to her, and it's me.
I feel like she's pressuring her.
Totally. Like, this chick
That girl's
is...
confused.
Whatever the thing is, I don't care what your situation is. If you have somebody in your world that won't let you take phone calls unless they go through them,
that's not good.
If somebody in your world is telling you to tell your family, tell them you're with me. Tell them you're going to live with me. Tell them we're in love. Tell them this. Tell them. That is not okay. People did not like the vibe from Tracy at all. And they said, are we totally going to skip the fact that she's super possessive and aggressive?
No.
It's like, yeah, that's a whole other...
But we got Mark on the line.
Ring to the circus. So we wanted to find out what happened since that phone call. So let's welcome him back now. Hi, Mark.
Good morning.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, buddy.
So how are you feeling? I mean, that's so much to unpack.
Broad conversations in my own relationship. We're asking, like, honey, if I cheat on you, would you rather have me cheat with a guy or another woman?
Well, is it still the case?
What was your wife's answer, Eric?
She'd rather have me with another man.
So she doesn't think she had competition.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't help it.
Oh,
anyway.
but Mark, what is going on?
Had some time to think about it and process it and talk to Pamela about everything, and it's just kind of messy right now.
What do you mean messy?
Well, what did she say? I mean, does she want to leave you for Tracy or
You want to leave her?
Yes and no. She's just confused right now and doesn't know if she wants to divorce or if she wants to pursue this.
Mark, why do you want to be with somebody that cheated on you? I mean, I'm sorry, but you don't get to be confused when you say vows to somebody. You either want to be with that person or you don't.
I mean, that sounds nice, but life works differently sometimes.
I can hear the conflict in your mind, right? Like, you love Pamela. It's your wife. You were worried she was having an affair with another man. You're finding out that Tracy, who really was pretty adamant that she didn't love you.
That's Tracy's just trying to get her, and that's probably why she acted that way. I mean, Pamela's probably prefers both men and women, I assume.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
You don't get to explore that option when you're married, though. I'm sorry. You commit to one person.
Or unless both of you agree.
Well, Ryan, we get it. Everybody knows that blanket statement. Yes, you are committed to one person, but we're talking about Mark's life here, and Mark is conflicted over how
Why does he want to be with her, though?
Well, because you don't just stop loving somebody
No, you
the second
don't.
you find out they cheated on you.
Yeah, and then you break up, you get back together,
You're
break up,
mad,
things happen.
You're angry, but the love, you're just like, oh my God, yesterday I was in love with you. This morning I was in love with you, but now that I know you're cheating on me, your heart doesn't just stop it. You have to now have your brain catch up. Your heart and your brain have to catch up. Like, what is she considering? What is on the table here? Pamela says she doesn't know what she wants to do. I'm just wondering, where does she want to be?
What's he supposed to do?
Where does she want to sleep?
Does he have
in
to
your
just
house with her, you, or
stay
her
on
house with
hold?
him? Yeah, that's what the question is, Mark. Do you even have an answer for that?
No, I don't. It's kind of up in the air right now.
I mean, it'd be one thing if she wanted to go to counseling and work on your marriage, but she's not even saying that. She's just saying, I'm confused.
No, she needs to go to counseling for herself to figure out which lane is she in. It's out of the question mark for you if she's going to try and balance you both, because that's disrespectful to you, and that is completely taking away all your dignity.
Do you even want to take her back? She cheated, like Ryan said. She did cheat on you.
I know it's wrong, but she cheated on me with a woman, which is, I guess, better than cheating on me with a man. And
it's still cheating, though. She's in love with somebody else. At least that's what Tracy said. She's in love with me.
Well, Tracy's going to say whatever. She was like bullying her.
Yeah.
Okay, then I should leave her.
I mean, you do what you do you.
Yeah, you got to do what's right for you.
I want you to be happy.
But I also don't want you to live in constant fear that,
Well, I also don't want you to be
is she
stepped
going to
on.
cheat?
I don't want you to be living in a relationship where they feel stepped on. She's going to do whatever she wants, and she doesn't care how you feel. She wants to be with Tracy on Tuesdays and Mark on Wednesdays, and that's how you have to live. You don't have to choose that.
Okay.
I mean, I feel bad that I'm telling you like this, like you don't know.
I know. He's beaten down, man.
My gosh, Mark.
Yeah,
Did anybody come to your aid that maybe heard this, or did you confide in your family in any of this? Like, what is your family saying about this?
No, I haven't told anyone.
Well, I think maybe you should tell a therapist or talk to somebody that can work with you.
Yeah, if you can't tell anybody in your family, you're going to have to speak to somebody who's professional who can help you navigate this, because you're not the first person this has ever happened to, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think professional help would be best.
Right, because it is humiliating. You're right. It is humiliating to have somebody cheat on you and then throw it in your face The mistress is throwing it in your face.
Yep, and you're not getting upset. Like, for a lot of people listening right now, they don't understand that. Like,
They are worried about you.
Yeah.
because you sound depressed and defeated and beat
It's
down.
like, okay, I guess I'll just.
You
let do what
deserve
you
so
want.
much more in this life, dude.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, good luck,
Well,
man.
hold on. We're going to put you on hold because actually we have a list of things we can share with you off the air that we often do with many people who call our show. That's not something we talk about on the radio, but every day or every week somebody calls our show asking for help in some
We
avenue.
connect them.
And we have resources behind the scenes that are just ready to go. So why don't you just hold on? We'll give you some of those resources and you can do what you want with them, but we can't let you go without giving you some of those resources, okay?
Okay, that would be nice. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Got him on hold.
Well, there's that.
I'm sorry. I get fired up. I get fired up because it's like I just see him being taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when somebody has a weak backbone, it's hard.
Then I get what you said,
We're saying
Rolla.
he needs to bolt. Wife needs to bolt. These people need to go to their corners.
I mean, I understand you're still in love with somebody, and that's what hurts so much. You don't turn off. You're right. You don't turn off the love immediately.
You go to krbe.com if you feel like you have questions in your own relationship, and you can be part of Roula and Ryan's Roses. Now, coming up next, many actors over the years have entertained us on shows that we've loved them on, and they disappeared from the show. And people are like, oh, no, why are they gone? Well, we're going to tell you what happened. How many people took the standoff with the networks over the money and lost? And some of them won. Some of them are still on their shows because they held their ground. We'll talk about that in Scoop next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
From the Bell Furniture Unbeatable Prices Traffic Desk, 59 East Tex Freeway, northbound approaching I-45. There's a crash on the left shoulder. 59 southbound between Lorraine and 288. You've got a 15-minute slowdown. I-45 North Freeway, southbound between West Road and the 610 North Loop. There's a 20-minute delay. I'm Becca Parker with your KRBE traffic check.
Everything's bigger in Texas, including the jobs. Outwork and outsmart them with the Polaris Ranger XD 1500. With an industry-exclusive steel drive transmission, 3,500-pound towing capacity, and a 50% larger cargo box, it's built to work like you do. Polaris. Think outside.
Roula and Ryan return with Celebrity Scoop next.
104.1 KRBE.
Hey, it's Ryan. Everyone's house is different, but they're all the same in one way. We've all got those places where Wi-Fi just won't go. For you, maybe it's your attic. For me, it's my office. Well, if you had wall-to-wall Wi-Fi from Xfinity, you could worry less about those dead spots. Finally, with wall-to-wall Wi-Fi from Xfinity, you get fast speeds throughout your house, reliable connections in every room, and power for all your devices, even when everyone is online at the same time. That's wall-to-wall Wi-Fi, only from Xfinity, proud partner of the Houston Astros. And now, Astros fans can get Xfinity Internet for a reliable connection to catch every game. Now through June 21st, get started with gig speed internet for just $25 a month for 2 years with no annual contract and free Wi-Fi equipment included when you add unlimited mobile. Proud partner of the Houston Astros. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today.
Choose a side. We dare ya.
It's the Daily Debate with Kevin and Audrey.
All right, on today's Daily Debate, we want to know what's the first thing you do when you get home every day?
Rip off that bra.
You know what? I let my puppies free too, but I think we're talking about something different. We want to hear your answer today on the debate.
Today at 3 p.m. on KRBE.
Here's today's KRBE weather update.
From CW39, I'm Chief Meteorologist Adam Kruger. Another hot and humid day, but actually even a little hotter than the previous one. Today's high around 93 degrees, could feel like 105 in the afternoon. At least the winds will be a little breezy though, maybe that helps out. South winds will gust over 20 miles per hour. That's your forecast from No Wait Weather and Traffic on CW39.
Glad to finally have you over. What do you think?
You could install a bed. Proud to present Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop on 104.1 KRBE.
Okay, I came across this article on the heels of Jennifer Lopez announcing her tour being canceled because, of course, we all know it's for lack of ticket sales.
Mm-hmm.
But she said it's to spend time with her family after she had her hiccups trying to get the initial concert tour launched and the ticket sales didn't move. Then she changed to a best of greatest hits tour and the tickets still didn't move.
It takes months, maybe a year to plan that whole tour to figure out the cities.
Production,
the stage, production.
scheduling.
So it's not like she just came up with, let's do this tour. Oh,
No.
my family's more important. No.
I think they aim too
like
big.
Roula said, ticket sales is the
Ticket sales.
100% the reason.
You got to make the money back. Right?
Family's just a great excuse.
So when I, you click from one story to the next, I found this article about actors that should have been in certain movies or TV shows. And they played hardball with the studios. Some of them succeeded, and we continued on to seeing them on these shows, and others did not. One of the people that I did not see the movie The Expendables. Y'all watch The Expendables? Jason Statham.
Yes.
There's like 4
Do you like
of
that
them.
franchise?
They're doing a 5th one.
It's easy to watch.
Okay. In 2014, for Expendables 3, Bruce Willis was supposed to be, I guess, the Jason Statham character. Was he in there from the beginning?
Jason was like his best right-hand man for Stallone.
Okay,
I thought.
for Stallone.
Yeah,
You're for Bruce Willis.
No, Stallone was.
Oh, Stallone is in that.
He's the main guy.
Okay, got it. Okay.
And like he's.
And if you
like,
think
they're
about
buddies.
it, bald Bruce Willis, bald Jason Statham, it's kind of like, oh, they're interchangeable. Bruce Willis wanted $1 million for 4 days of work. And he's Bruce Willis. I mean,
Wow.
He's Bruce Willis.
Why not ask for it?
Dang.
Go ahead and ask for it. Why not?
He did show up in one of them.
The studio said they could only come up with $3 million for Sylvester Stallone. How are they going to give him $1 million for 4 days for him? So he walked away. Said no.
Wow.
Thanks.
I thought he showed up in something like he was the CIA guy.
Yeah, which one was that?
I get them all mixed up.
So do I. That's why I said they're easy to watch because I can't keep them in
You
line.
don't have to
I don't know
really.
which one was which and which happened in that, but
Tom Cruise has walked away from 2 projects. And I remember at the time, people really talked about the one, but the other one was a surprise for me when I saw this yesterday. So there was a movie called Salt with Angelina Jolie.
Oh, I remember that.
And
good.
Was Johnny Depp in that one, guys? Is that the one she was in with
No,
Johnny Depp?
that was The Tourist.
The Tourist, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so Tom Cruise was supposed to be the Angelina Jolie character in Salt, but he wanted a lot of money. He wanted $20 million for it, and the studio didn't have it. So they let him walk, and they picked up Angelina instead. That one, I didn't. That's fine. But the one I didn't know about is the fact that James Cameron wanted Tom Cruise to be Jack Dawson in Titanic.
Really?
Not Leonardo DiCaprio.
What?
God.
Can you imagine if it was Tom Cruise?
No.
And it was supposed to be Gwyneth Paltrow, not Kate Winslet.
Oh, really?
You really wanted Gwyneth Paltrow to be Rose.
It'd be an older
I could
couple.
see her as Rose.
Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow?
Yes.
I'm so glad it was Kate Winslet.
Tom Cruise at that point in his career was like 40. And
I don't
Jack
think
is
it matters
supposed to
what
be
the
like a
age.
teenager.
Well, for that, yeah, it's supposed to be like a young couple, I thought.
So it turns out that Tom Cruise wanted a lot of money, and Leonardo DiCaprio, when he met James Cameron was captivated with Leo and said, "This is my Jack Dawson." So that's why we ended up with what we got.
Oh, wow.
And so he walked away with that. The other one that I thought was very interesting, that this is, there are a lot of Disney movies that are super hits, guys. We'll forever know Mufasa from Lion King is James Earl Jones. I mean, we'll just always know this. There are certain Disney films, though, that didn't stick with me. Like Hercules, I saw it twice.
What? I love
And
Hercules.
I can't tell you. I know more of Hercules from The Descendants than I do from the actual real
There was a
animated.
time when some other thing was doing, like the llama one, where David Spade became a llama.
Yes.
What was
Like-
that?
Emperor's
you.
New Groove.
Emperor's
I
New
felt like there's a
Groove.
bunch
Emperor's New
coming out,
Groove.
and
Yes,
somewhere
you're
by
right.
Disney, like somewhere like rip off like a Timu or
That
type
was
thing, like a
Irvin and my little brother Connor are like similar age, so that was your guys' age.
yeah,
Yes.
those type of things.
So
where,
do you know the characters of Hercules?
I don't know the actual characters, but I definitely know like the scenes in
Like,
the
who's the
movie.
main actor in that
and-
one?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
No.
No. But
Well,
I'm not good with actors and actresses.
In the movie Hercules, Hades is played by James Woods. James Woods. What can I tell you? He was
Roger
in?
Bart was
He's been in a lot of
Hercules.
movies.
Yeah, a lot of movies.
But he was never the main guy, was he? I mean, when I think of James Woods, I think of a lot of movies like Casino, but he's not the main guy in
No.
Casino, but he is a big guy in Casino.
He was a
or-
good like sidekick or
he was in
like,
a Dolly Parton movie called
he's
Dr.
not a
Shirley.
lead. He's not a
whatever it's
lead.
called, or whatever that movie was with Dolly Parton.
Forget about that.
What was that? Like, listen, or something about she was playing a fake radio doctor
Yeah,
host.
by the Sun Times building in Chicago.
Anyway, so James Woods ended up playing the villain in Hercules named Hades. I know Hades from The Descendants because Hades is Mal's dad and all this stuff. Jack Nicholson was supposed to be Hades for that Disney movie. He wanted between $10 to $15 million to voice that.
For a cartoon voiceover?
And they were like, we were just going to offer you $500,000.
Nope.
Because you're not even the main star. It's not even, you're not Hercules.
You're not even close to the same ballpark.
But I feel like if Jack Nicholson had been Hades,
Who
maybe
played
it would have
Hercules?
stuck more.
Was it,
James
It
Woods.
was a guy named Hercules
no.
was Roger Bart.
Right.
And Tate Donovan.
It's like when
They
you
have two
don't
different
know
names.
Tate Donovan, you know from
Friends
and Space Camp. Mm-hmm. He was the guy in Space Camp that didn't do his homework and ended up in space.
Danny
And they didn't know
DeVito
how to
was
do
in
anything.
that as
Yeah,
well.
that's what I remember. And it's funny because he plays a short man character. Like he's like a
Phil.
little like
Oh, really?
yeah, yes. Like his voice is perfect for it.
Very famously, Ellen Pompeo went to bat with the Suits at ABC over her salary as, for Grey's Anatomy, which she's still on. And she really had to fight hard because Grey's Anatomy is about Meredith Grey. She is the star of the show, but the male counterparts on the show are making more than her. So she went to bat and said, listen, it's called Grey's Anatomy.
Right.
I'm Meredith Grey. And you're fighting me on raising my salary. I've been on the show forever. So she finally won. She wanted they agreed to pay her $5,000 more per episode than McDreamy. And
Even though most people watch that, women watched it for McDreamy.
But it's
And
because of
McSteamy.
her life.
Dreamy and McSteamy.
Yeah, but people wanted. All I ever heard women talk about with those guys. I never heard anyone talk about her.
Yes, but without
it's about
her.
If anything, they talked about the other girl that left
Good
the
for
show.
her for getting that money.
No, who?
The blonde.
Katherine Heigl.
Yeah, Katherine Heigl. She was.
Well,
the
that's
big,
because that
she
was the
the-
height of the
She
series.
left to be a big movie star, and that didn't really pan out for her.
I was like McSteamy, and then Katherine Heigl. People talked about those guys.
And here's the
back then.
crazy thing. She had to fight so hard to get $20 million a year for her show, and she's been on 20 years. And Charlie Sheen wanted $100 million when they were paying him $25, and he went to bat for that, and they gave it to him.
Jeez.
$100 million before he went winning in Tiger Blood.
Ooh.
$100 million.
What a moron.
They're like, okay. But meanwhile, Meredith Grey's like, I've been on the show for 20 years. I just want $20 million.
I'm not asking for a lot.
It's so crazy.
Now,
Here we go.
time for the Roula and Ryan Show on KRBE to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
You keep wanting to hear good news for the Astros, but according to ESPN, Astros pitcher Jose Urquidy, his season could be over before it even began. So the 29-year-old right-hander could be in line for Tommy John surgery. He hasn't been the only starting
It's not the
rotation.
underwear, Kev.
No, I was thinking of Tommy Knockers. Wait, wasn't that Stevie? With the Stephen King?
The Stephen King book, I think.
No. Tommy John surgery is not the same.
That's an elbow.
It's not Tommy Bahamas. It's not.
Who was this poor guy, Tommy John, who originated this?
He was a
surgery?
baseball player. He was the first one who got the surgery. And they named it after him.
Christian Javier has also been placed on the injured list for the second time this year. He couldn't throw a scheduled bullpen session on Sunday. So
But they looked good last night. I was about to give up on them. I'm like, oh, this is not going to happen again. Eighth inning, we're down 4-3. Bregman home run, tied it. And then Yainer Diaz hit a 2-run homer.
Nice.
And then something else happened. And Altuve got a double.
Sweet.
It went in the outfield, bounced and went in right field. And we were up 7-3. And we won. We kept the lead.
Take the win.
Nice.
That's the most important part. We didn't blow it.
That's the part that's been stressful to watch.
But Kyle Tucker got injured, so.
Oh, no, another injury.
He hit the ball off his shin. He's got a gut.
Yeah, he hit the ball and then it hit his shin. At what, like 200 miles an hour?
And he had a guard, but it wasn't high enough.
Wasn't at the right place.
Oh,
no.
God, that hurts.
He tried to walk it off and then he's like, no, never mind.
He just went straight down. Like, I'm out.
That's it.
I don't blame
Well,
you.
coming up next, it's Tuesday. We usually try a lot of different things. We have a new client here at KRBE who wanted to open our eyes to what CBD and THC and all this stuff means. You've probably seen a lot of these stores popping up everywhere, and it's kind of like a 101 on this. We're kind of going to learn about it because I want to know what the difference is between what does it all
CBD
mean?
stores.
I don't know what it all means.
They have these creams they brought us. And even some other treats and stuff.
I've been putting CBD cream on my dog for like the last year.
They have stuff for dogs too. But I wanted the 411 on this because I'm like, I don't understand. I see
Yeah,
these
because
stores
there's
everywhere.
different levels and stores are popping up all
everywhere. So
When
you're
my
probably
Frank-
seeing it everywhere, and you're like, I don't understand this.
It's like, how did I do that?
And Frank knows his stuff. So I'm like, why don't you guys come in? I could try some stuff. We could try the creams.
And explain it to us.
Yeah.
How
I want to try some.
How is this? Because a lot of people are like, well, I don't touch that. Well, okay, it's fine if you don't want to touch it, but I want to know how is it being sold if you can't touch it? But apparently you can. That's why we want to get some information on it next on the Roula and Ryan Show.